Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Hey, what's up, everybody? All right, so I'm going to be on briefly, but I'm on today because I want to say thank you to a lot of people for this year, 2025. First of all, Happy New Year's Eve to everyone out there. I hope everyone's getting ready for a bigger and better year, and just keep scaling up and keep leveling up every year, if not every day, man. So today, like I said, I want to say thank you to a lot of people for this year. Just had my second GainsCon Film Festival in Las Vegas. My wife and I just moved to Las Vegas in July, but anyway, we actually had our GainsCon Film Festival in this past December 4th and 5th here in Las Vegas, and it was great and is growing and we're loving it and we have so much support. So this here, I just want to kind of give you guys just a heads up that next year's gonna be better. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. But anyway, for today, I really just want to say thank you to so many people for making this year a great year, making this year a very transitional year for me too. It's been a lot this year. So I had mother pass, and then after that, my wife and I were uh, getting ready to move to here in Vegas, and then we had to rent our house out, so we had to get the house prepared. And then we have to kind of, get our funds together to move the car, to move everything you had in the house. Well, a lot of things I gave away in the house, but the things that you did need to move that cross country, at the same time preparing for GainsCon Film Festival, at the same time filming some videos for clients that I had. So it was a lot of things. I had a lot of just plates spinning, you know, uh, in 2025, transitioning from my job to a full time for my job, which is going to be Gaines Entertainment, filmmaker, brand specialist. That is what I do. My media company, Gaines Entertainment, going full time with that, establish myself here in Vegas, still establishing myself here in Vegas. So that whole transition, with everything else was a very, very busy year, but I could not have done it without the support of my friends and family. So I want to give a big shout out to number one, my wife, Nicole Gaines, who's always been there for me, who lifts me up when I'm down, that pushes me forward when I need that little push in the back. My stepmother out of Cologne, who helped support me in this venture, donating to our cause. My team, Kristen Kittle, my CTO, Anise Jackson, who's the CFO of GainsCon. And just kind of these people just kind of moving forward, my friends and family, of course, my team, my world's team, that's I'm always reaching out to, they're always reaching back out to me. Daphne Averill, I got my man, I got Sean, I got a bunch of people, right? I know I'm missing some names because I just want to kind of move along here, but just saying my AWOW family has always been there, always will be there for me, and also getting ready for the next film that we're gonna start venturing into next year, but that's later on. Right now, I just want to say for this 2025, everyone who crossed my path, got it. You know what? I have to give a shout out to Lombo Key, who I was employee there for 10 years, who's always been supportive in what I've done. So I want to say thank you to those guys for just kind of helping this transition, moving from Florida to Las Vegas, providing me some assistance at the same, to as I moved. So big up to them, Lombo Key in Florida. Love you guys. You know what I mean? Miss you guys. And thank you again for all the crazy and great years that we had together. So now is moving on to my full-time media company, Gains Entertainment. So being that we had, after all of this, everything rolled up into Gaines Con Film Festival, which is my nonprofit organization designed to showcase, educate, and produce aspiring filmmakers whose work fall in line with the action, sci-fi, fantasy, and horror genre. And that's everything that incorporates those genres. And with why that genre is so important, why I love that genre so much, and why I'm pushing, because number one, that genre represents progression. That genre always represents health, moving forward, you know, beating the bad guy, always kind of lifting up, scaling up, leveling up, always looking forward, always being strong, and supporting everyone with you. That is why I love the drama. Well, and not the drama, the action, sci-fi, fantasy, and horror genre so much, because that's what it represents. It gets me excited every time I go to a theater, every time I see a film within that genre, it gets me excited. Now, don't get me wrong, I love the other genres as well. Don't get me wrong, because drama, romantic comedies, all those guys do their thing. But Gaines Con's designed to assist a lot of filmmakers who love the genre, those who love James Bond films, those who love maybe a Ben-Hur film, uh, you know, uh, John Wick films, Lord of the Rings, King Kong, those great films, those iconic stories. They want to be recognized at an independent level, that they want to venture into this. They have a good time. They enjoy themselves. Their people enjoy themselves. Their crew enjoys themselves. They love telling these stories. And then when they go into a film festival, a lot of times they don't get selected. So we are here as a space where you can showcase your work and get support for what you want to do, with the help of not only being showcasing it through our film festival, which is also live virtually and in person at the same time. So with that, then we can bring other people in. We can bring some talent agents. That is what we are building to do with workshops that we plan to do in 2026. So this year, just really set off to the next level. So let's say this. So anyway, I've been talking about this year in GamesCon Film Festival. So as in GamesCon Film Festival, we had so many great people. We had some great supporters. We had some people from the AWOW crew, which is my World of the Worlds crew, that you can see a World of the Worlds on Tubi and Apple TV. So just pull up my name, Barry Gaines, and you'll see a World of the Worlds. It's going to be starring Constance Payne, who's there. You got Olga Petrovich, and they are in the film. But these are examples of everyone there having a great time. I have a man, Dave Giddings, who's with a group called Affliction. His is his wife here, and they're R&B and hip hop group. We got my man over here is a new independent filmmaker. Of course, that's me. That's my wife. That's John, who's a filmmaker and producer. And as well as a comedian here. So we have a great crew, and this is what it looked like. Also, what helps as well and was great about it is that did have some sponsorships locally here. And sponsorship is by um, these young ladies here. Laura. From this is going to be Alter New Media, okay, which is here. This is their company. I don't know if you can really see it. I got the background. It says Alter New Media. My bad. But anyways, Alter New Media, and they were great. They supported me. Look them up. Look for Alter New Media and look them up. And they will help you with your business and where you want to go, and help you establish and scale your business, and show you the right route to make sure that whatever you want to do and the business that you want to get into is the actual correct path. So look up Alter New Media. They assisted us and everything. And there's some more pictures of people just having a great time. Oh man, it was good stuff. It was a great time being there. Had some other people here that decided to come in. Had some actors, had some producers, had of course the submitters. That the creators came by. So that was great. Thank you to everyone who came over to support and assist and watch and all that good stuff. And being that, as you see, this is in person, but it's also virtual at the same time. I couldn't do this without the help of EOFlix. And EOFlix is the virtual sector, the virtual component that allows everyone to see the event live virtually for a fee, of course, to help us just kind of, gain, resources for our cause. So EOFlix is there. So you can go there and sign up. And uh, when our film festival is ready to go, you can go in there and check us out. Also, go to EOFlix as well because they can get you some exposure. If you are an entertainer of any sort, go in there, sign up. They're very friendly, very, very helpful, and they're rising up. So I advise all of you guys, if you're an entertainer of any type, if you're a filmmaker, producer, director, writer, go on EOFlix, sign up, and get on board because right now those guys are moving forward in a fast track. So I advise you to check them out. Also, we had the event in a place called Brendan Theaters. I know it's hard to see it with the background. Let me see if I can change the background for a bit. All right, let's do this. Oh, that's not good. All right, there we go. All right, so Brendan Theater, right? Those guys, this is where we had the event this year. Brendan Theater is in the Palms Hotel, and they did a fantastic job, managed by a gentleman by the name of Brian Epling. Check him out. So they did great. Thank you so much, guys. You did a phenomenal job. Thank you so much. And also, we were able to showcase a film called Mafia Wars, starring Tom Welling, directed by Mr. Scott Winhauser. And with this, we had our first celebrity shout out, and I want to show you what that looks like.
Hello, everyone. Tom Welling here. Thank you for taking interest in Mafia Wars and screening it for your festival, GainsCon. Wish I could be there. Sounds like a lot of fun. And thank you for Mrs. Nicole Gaines for being my biggest fan. I really appreciate it. Mafia Wars was directed by my good friend Scott Winhauser, and we're very proud of it. And I hope you enjoy. Have a great festival. Take care.
And as you see, my wife was there looking at it in the theater live and made her cry, because she's a big fan of Tom Welling from the hit show Smallville that ran 10 years, and he was Superman. So, and for a lot of people, he's always going to be TV's Superman. So I want to say thank you to Tom Welling for taking time to do this, and Mr. Scott Winhouse, the director, for making this happen. So thank you guys very, very much. That was big time, and that was our well, that was our premiere. Well, our first celebrity shout out, and it won't be the last. All right. So next year we plan to level up, be bigger and better, and just keep it going. Anyone out there who's in Vegas, anyone out there interested in being part of the Action Sci-Fi Fantasy and Horror Film Festival, GainsCon, here to help us grow and get bigger and start just providing the services that we want to. If you have some resources that you say can maybe benefit us, we'll love to have you on board to talk to you and to make this the biggest, but we can make it. Okay, we want this is 1 foot at a time. Okay, we want this to be the biggest and the baddest action film festival ever, and that's our goal. Okay, so this is number two. Okay, so number three, the third one is going to be bigger because we want to make sure that, and with your help, we can do it. Now, to move forward, being that now this is going to be 2026 coming in, right? Happy New Year's, everybody. Happy New Year's. We are not only going to make GamesCon bigger, yeah, but I'm also going to go ahead and start uh, filming my movie that I've been writing for about a few years now. After I did A World of Worlds, I took a break, because we did that took us about 5 years to make. And after all that, just need a break. So I took like a year and change off or whatever. Um, and now, okay. And now it's time to start filming a new story. And this story is called The Guild, okay? It's about vampires and werewolves. So that's going to be fun. All right. So we're going to start that. The script is still being written. It's halfway through it. Well, a little more than halfway through it. So I'll be finished pretty soon. But with that, we're going to start filming. So anyone out there right now, I have my actors. I have actors already on board, ready to rock and roll. We want to get some things, but we're going to need a lot more people. We're going to need a lot more actors too and support. So if you're interested, please hit me up. Just DM me. Go to my page. You can go to Facebook. Obviously, you can go to Instagram. Hit me up on there. You can go to TikTok. Hit me up on there. You can go to LinkedIn. Hit me up on there. And let me know if you want to be part of it. If you're an actor, if you are an effects, visual effect, I'm a visual, we got visual effect, everything, we're going to need it all, okay? Because it's not like we don't have certain tools, we just want more of those tools, okay? So right now for the film, I'm going to have, for example, my visual effects guy that I use in World to World, my man Prakash Kamarjan of Wild Effects. He's going to be on board, so he's going to be working with us. You know what I mean? So we're going to have people from from the World of Worlds moving into this new story called The Guild. And like I said, it's about vampires and werewolves. Mostly vampires, okay? Is when the world's fate falls into the hands of vampires. So it's going to be really cool. It's going to be set like in a uh like a like a kind of like a punk style look to it, almost like a Blade Runner kind of feel, a little bit, just a little bit of that, you know. It's going to be set in the big city in New York. It's going to be really set around the world. We want to actually make this a worldwide kind of like platform in the story. So we're going to be visiting different places. So it's going to be it's pretty cool. And this is what well, all right, let me start this off. This is the poster that I made up, all right? It's not the official poster. It's just like a promotional poster, all right? So if you're interested in kind of getting an idea of what it looks like, you know, you've probably seen it already on my page from the past, but if you haven't, this is what it looks like. So this is just kind of like something I made up real fast and just to kind of give an idea, kind of get a feel of what this vampire and werewolf kind of in the future, you know, adventure is going to be. It's definitely going to be rated R, no doubt. It's going to be a lot of blood, a lot of action, everything you need to make a great story, a great and this engaging, you know, time on screen. It's going to be this, you know what I mean? And tell me what you think. Now, I have some characters that I'm obviously creating. Now, the characters I'm creating, I was trying to get AI to kind of, you know, see what it can like create, all right, from my description, because I know exactly what I want from each character, how they look, everything. So I put there as much as I can and see what they came out. Now I'm going to show you a picture right now of what AI, you know, developed, created from my instructions of four of the main characters in the movie, and they call the Gifted Bloods. Okay, so this is what it looks like, but it's not exact. So don't look at it like, oh, that's exactly what they're gonna look like. No, it's just kind of like a rendition of AI is the best I can get, but it's going to be much more defined and of course, you know, put together better. So here it goes. So these are the Gifted Bloods on the West. It's going to be the Western Division, and they're kind of similar to this. It's not exactly what they look like. It's just an AI. The closest I can get from them. And this is like the kind of a look of the beginning of the movie. And so you see here, you're going to see the lady in the silver, that her name is going to be Bombshell. The brother in the back with the red on, that's Ven. The gentleman in the middle with the white on, that's Booby, and the sister in the gold, that is Six. So those are the names of the vampires. And the reason their names are like that is because that's the name that they need to take on their first kill. Whatever their first kill is, that's the name they take. So it's much more to the story than that. And that's why they have those names. And this is what they kind of they look like. And so, yes, for example, you know, the mohawk is not going to be that big and crazy. Obviously, you know that like that's not going to happen. The coat, I don't mind how AI did the coat so much. When it comes to Booby with the white on, it's going to be a little more like you're going to have more embroidery on it. There's more things going on. The You got to figure like the chain around his neck is not really like that. I put it in there, but that's not the case. It's really just one kind of chain. It's gonna be a lot of like studs on it and things that mean something. So it's not just plain blue like that, just kind of hanging there, you know. And then with the brother with the red on, that's Ven, and Ven actually is shorter than that. He has a three-piece suit, always dressed to the nines. He has a hat always to the side, and that is Ven, and he's a little shorter, and he's always has kind of like a like more like dark clothing on, and that's the best I can get. So, and then Booby, and then Bombshell, the blonde head, the blonde is sitting there. Her outfit obviously is similar to that, but not really like that. And her hair, we're going to figure that out. It's just kind of there right now. We may just make it that way. So it's kind of like in between. Now the cat that's on the bed is part of the beginning of like the story. It's not that way. It's not really like exactly like that, obviously. But this is something that we're creating. This is something that's coming up. And this is kind of getting an idea. It's not exact, like I said before, it's not exact this at all. It just gives you an idea of like, okay, how would these guys look together? And these are the gifted bloods in my story. And the reason they're the gifted bloods because they possess powers that other vampires do not have really, or the powers that they do have that a vampire normally has is actually tenfold with them. So they're like a special elite group. They're gifted, and that's why they call the gifted bloods. So that's part of it. So you have a little idea of the story. Not too much of the story. There's a lot more to it. So it's not just that. But anyway, that's it. Let me know what you think about those guys. All right. Let's see here. I think that's pretty much it. Wrong one. All right. So that's just a little taste of what's going on, what has happened, and what's going to happen, and what we have planned. And like I said before, if anyone's interested in being involved in part of a new film, if you're an actor, director, whatever, not director, but actor, and you have something you like to maybe want to be part of, let me know because I'm going to be the director and the writer. So I'm going to be the guy pretty much. So just hit me up and we talk about it. But definitely we're going to start making some small films to kind of introduce these characters, like small ones. So I'm going to get my actors in, and we're going to just start. We're going to start just talking, kind of feeling it out, and filming a few things, putting some effects in to see what it looks like first before we start the full film, the principal photography on the full film. So it's going to be a lot of prep first because this film is really special to me. This film is going to be really kick-ass, badass, and it's going to have a lot. It's going to be a lot of fun. And trust me, when this film is done, when we finally get it done, it's going to be something you've never seen before, and it's going to give you a take on the lore a little differently than you have ever seen before. So it's going to be something new, and I can't wait for you guys to experience it. But in the meantime, I can't wait for you guys to reach out who want to be involved. So we're looking for that in me right now. So let's go ahead and close out. And I want to say, first of all, thank you to everyone who was part of GainsCon 2025 this year. We kicked ass. We did a great job. Thank you for everyone that was involved and everything before that as well on the lead up to me and my wife to be here in Las Vegas. All the support that we got from our friends and the family and our workplaces. We couldn't do it without you guys. So this video here is to just document the big thanks from my wife and I for all the help that everyone has given us last year. And we want to make it better and want to just bring you guys along for the new year in 2026. So, but anyway, thank you everybody for all your support and everything else. I look forward to seeing what 2026 brings us. And we plan to just make it bigger and better and just start a new step to a larger world, okay, in 2026. All right, everyone out there, enjoy yourselves. Oh, and also, I'm going to see Stranger Things tonight. Are you? So, yeah, I'm doing that tonight. That's going to be fun. And that's how we're going to kick this bad boy off with some Stranger Things. Yeah, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? So, anyway, hey, love you guys. Any questions, DM me, hook me, just reach out, and I will speak to you all in 2026. Again, anyway, peace.